We got Worst Type of Friends by Astro Dior. This nigga funny too. I found a lot of new content creators on my shit while I was gone.
A great friend. What would we do without them, you know? They watch our back, they're a shoulder to cry on. They're there every step of the way. But today, we're not talking about them. No. Today, we are talking about that friend who, let's just say, is a fucking liability. For example, let me put it like this. If you were holding up that person in one hand and your mother in another from falling off a 10-story building, and you had the strength to be able to pull both of them up to safety, you would still drop that to ensure your mother got out of harm's way. But with that being said, allow me to present to you the worst types of friends. First, the friends with benefits. Friends with benefits is a very dangerous game. From some of my partners to my own experience, this has never ended well. And the reason being is I just find it extremely hard to not catch feelings. That's like putting a medium well-done steak in front of a stray dog. You have to be very naive to believe that this nigga's not gonna bite this hard. Same thing goes for friends with benefits. In high school, there was this girl that started off as my friend. I'm talking about genuine friend relationship, like close as me and my niggas. Thing that she had that my niggas didn't was that ass. She was a woman. And what made it even crazier, she lived in my apartment complex. So when I had finally got a car, it was nothing for her to come over early to the crib and we would go to school. I would take her until one day that morning Wood spoke to me, started talking to me like the bad guy on my shoulder. So when she came into the crib and I randomly said, "Why haven't we smashed yet?" That's real. First thing she did was look at me and laugh. Then came the, we're friends. I didn't think you liked me like that.
What the
after
fuck?
A little bit more conversation, the deed was done. But little did I know that this was foreshadowing a sad ending. Because what went from us just being friends became us smashing every day, talking on the phone all night. The day I knew I bit off more than I could chew was a night that her and I got into it. I felt as if we should stop this, see other people go about our lives. She was cool with that at first. Until that night I got a long paragraph text saying how we should try and be together. I sent a response that basically mentions that's not a good idea. What about the guy that you are talking to? Gang on everything I love. This girl calls me, tells me mute up, and merges me into a three-way call. I'm quiet, don't know what's going on. All I hear is sniffling. Hear a male's voice say, "Why are you doing this? What more do you want from me?" A voice that I could tell had tears coming down his cheek. And her responding because there's somebody else. Her on the other end said, "No, sad as fuck." I got off the phone and realized that basically this was this woman's way of saying fuck that nigga. And I'm not gonna lie, after that I felt a little bit trapped. I tried to do the whole dating thing with her, just for us to end up breaking up, never speaking to each other again. A great friendship ruined and tarnished forever because I was thinking with the head of my Johnson instead
All
of
cause
this
you
one
said
right
why.
here.
All cause this nigga said, "Why haven't we smashed yet?" This shit happened, bro. Keep your mouth shut, niggas.
Second, the criminal, or YN, or crash out, whatever you want to call it. This one of the worst types of friends for obvious reasons. By default, they're gonna have you in some bullshit. This friend's one of the most annoying because when you're around them, there's no peace. It's nothing like a friend that when you go around them, that there's a possibility that y'all can go to jail that day. Go to a smoke shop with one of my friends. He needed to buy some woods. I needed to use a Bitcoin ATM that was in there. We go inside and there's nobody at the counter, but that had nothing to do with me. I'm taking care of my business at the ATM. I finished what I'm doing. Look at my friend, say, "Hey, you straight? You got what you need?" He gonna say, "Yeah, bro, let's go." As I'm walking out the establishment behind him, all I hear a nigga say is, hey. I look back and the store owner's walking fast towards us. I'm confused as hell. I look at my dog, he's speed walking out the building. I stand right there to confront the dude because I don't know what the hell going on. He walked right past me, started running towards my dog. He said, "Hey, stop, you ain't pay for that." And that's when the answer was revealed. This stupid ass nigga just stole out of the smoke shop. I'm watching this whole thing play out. My dog gonna say, "Come on, bro, he can't run out the store and stop us like this. He can't even do that."
You can't do that.
I'm standing here in disappointment looking at my partner. Then I look at the store owner, said, "You just gonna let your friend get away with this?" Just shook my head, looked at him, and walked off. But like the girls that beat on my window in the last video, this was not our last encounter. We get in the car and ride home. By the way, what this man had stole was basically these CBD chocolates. I said, "Nigga, you caused all that commotion for fucking chocolate?" He said, "My bad, bro. I ain't know it was gonna go down like that." Like he just finished doing this wild ass heist. After getting on this nigga ass, we getting in the crib, we chilling. But then I start getting a phone call. One thing about me, if I don't know the number, I'm not gonna answer. As soon as it finishes ringing, I get called again. Again, I let it ring. Third time's a charm. They called my shit again. I answered the phone confused as hell. First thing this nigga say, "I don't want to get the police involved." As a young nigga, that is not something I want to hear on my phone. I shut up and start listening like it's a ransom call. He says, "Your friend came in here and stole. And if he don't come back up here and pay for the items, we're gonna have to give the police your number." Now you might be wondering, how the fuck did this nigga even get my number? Remember how I was saying I was doing a transaction at a Bitcoin ATM? Well, that Bitcoin ATM required me to put my phone number in. So all he did was look at my number in the system and called my shit quick as hell. I take the phone off my ear and hand it to my friend like this. When he's done with his conversation, he hangs the phone up and tells me he'll be right back. He's about to go pay for the items that he stole. Third, The L-mans. This will sound a
Niggas
little bit odd, but I
suck.
feel like a L-mans is very important to a friend group. Because even though they be on bullshit, there's a certain duty that L-mans fulfill. And that's to make everybody else the best man that they can be. Allow me to
Ha.
explain what tales from
Tight
my
shit.
past. Me and one of my mud niggas, my closest partners, we would be with each other every day. He had a bad habit at always forgetting his wallet at the crib. So when we would go get food, I would start ordering and he would tap me on my shoulder like, hey bro, you got me? I forgot my wallet at the crib. That's my dog. I always got him. I'll look out for him. But then this nigga started forgetting his wallet a little bit too often. He always tell me he'll get me back. He got cash in his wallet. Sometimes he would, but sometimes he wouldn't. And that would add up. He started forgetting his wallet too often. Acting like the ritual before you walk out the door isn't phone, wallet, keys. It got to the point where I
Right.
said, I'm about to be an L-man. I'm finna hold this nigga. And sure enough, it came. We
No.
ordering. Same thing. Tap me on the shoulder. Hey bro, you got me? I looked at him and said, you know I got you. After ordering my food, told the lady at the register, oh, and I also got my partner right here. He don't have no money, so I be having to pay for him and junk like that. Niggas got real quiet while the cashier lady was laughing. But guess what? My nigga never forgot his wallet again. And to
That's
even the
funny
playing
as
field, he
fuck.
had to be an L-mans for me as well. When we were in school, we would borrow each other's sneakers, borrow each other's shoes. He had some 11s he let me borrow that when he tried to get back, I'll give him the runaround. Since he was basically like my brother, he wasn't stunting it, but he saw my method. That was until one day, me and him in front of a girl. She gonna say, oh, I like your outfit. I like your shoes. They look good. My dog jumped in and said, bro, when you gonna give me my shoes back? I just shook my head in silence, made sure I got them back to him that day. And being the L-mans runs deep. It can even save a nigga from pain and suffering. One of my dogs came to us showing us the girl that is known to get around. They're talking about this is new girl. He like her a lot. It was clear that this young man needed a reality check. So one of our other friends took it upon himself to DM that girl a few days later, talking about we should hit the gas soon, hang out. She talking about OMG, yes, hard eyes. Bruh didn't even respond. He went to our mans and handed him the phone like this. The hater. I know y'all know.
That's real though. You have to do that. You have to test the bitches your bro's fucking with sometimes, bro.
That one person.
I mean, the women.
Every nigga. He be having beef with niggas that don't even know him. Type of person that be like, I beat Chris Brown ass. He can't even sing for real. Hating for no apparent reason. The day my hating partner started hating on me, it was no surprise. I had just dropped out of school because the dreams I had been working on for years had finally started to pay off. I didn't have to go to school no more. Like your actual friends will do, they'll root for you, bring up your successes, brag about you to people. Another one of my super close partners went to that hating friend and said, bro, you seen what Dior doing? He going crazy. He been going up. This hating ass nigga gonna say, what that gotta do with me? My dog
Damn.
said, I mean, that's our guy. Bruh told me, he said, think about it, bruh. What has he ever done for you or me? He ain't helped me get on. He ain't bring us over to where he at. That nigga lame. My dog got off the phone, called me. That information got
That
relayed
nigga
to
got
me.
right off the phone and called you. That's how you know. That's how you know the other nigga real as fuck though. He got right off the phone and called your ass. I was like, bro, this nigga tripping.
I laughed. I didn't expect anything less from this nigga. Mind you, I've known this person going on 10 years. Nasty work. Fifth, that dirty friend.
10 years,
dirty people
nigga.
aren't necessarily my crowd, but you can't always judge a man's character by the rotting food that's in his fridge, the mildew ring in his toilet. You could be dirty as hell with a great personality. And that, my friends, is how one of my partners is. When I got to college, I was in student housing. So me and 3 of my dogs had a 4-bedroom
too many
apartment.
bros
The only
with
thing
these
we shared
examples.
was a kitchen and living space. So other than poking my head in or playing a few games of 2K in their room, I didn't really know how they were living. When that lease was up, me and only one of those people in the crib ended up getting a 2-bedroom apartment. This is when I found out my dog is a dirty ass nigga. Our new apartment was still getting built, so until the place was done, the property management had put us into an apartment that we didn't have to pay no rent for. The caveat was that we had our own rooms, but we had to share a bathroom. So when we moving our stuff into the place, we're doing the inspection. I see that the bathroom needs to be refaced. It didn't look good. They needed to come handle that. After the maintenance guy finishes, he comes to both of us and says, do not take a shower in here for 48 hours. If you do, it's gonna mess the shower up. I come home after a long day's work, pull the shower curtain back because I want to see how the new shower surface is looking. When I look down, I see 4 foot marks that left holes in the shower. That same one we were told to not shower in. I'm like, there must be a mistake. I called my dog immediately. I said, bro, there's 4 big ass holes in the shower. You know what happened? I says, yeah, bro. My girl was on her period, but we were still trying to smash. So we got in the shower early, and I guess we were putting too much pressure on the floor. When we lifted up our feet, we fucked up the resurface of the shower. I didn't even say a word. I hung up on this nigga. When I saw him, I just told him to figure that shit out. I hope you see it.
I don't even got nothing to say. Like, there's so many. You fuck, like, why y'all not over at her shit or something, bro?
You seeing this too, bro. I'm gonna hit you with the double whammy. I was laying in bed sleep one night. Start to smell a smell that I have never smelled before in my life. But I knew it wasn't a house fire and I knew it wasn't food. It was something mysterious. I opened my door to investigate, see the bathroom door is slightly open. I thought my eyes were deceiving me, thought this was possibly a lucid dream of some sort. Because what I saw was my dog using a lighter to burn his chest hair. I woke up at 2 in the morning, 3 hours before I needed to wake up to go to work, to the toxic fumes of burning chest hair. But with that being said, another video in the bag, and I really want to say thank you so much for the love y'all have been showing on my videos, especially that last one. At the time that I'm recording this, it's at like 67K. I don't know what it is right now, but I genuinely appreciate that love. You don't even know what it means.
Good videos,
but enough of that dick riding. Like the video, sub up, comment up, and hit that noti bell so you don't miss no videos from me. And we gone. ADD let out.
Hey, sub up. Don't be a fuck nigga.